Okay, gang, what we're going to go over today in the video is just what you have just recently been emailed. It's a little booklet that you need to print off, and it contains not just your summer reading, an example of the contract for the coming year, but also an explanation of the workout and some tips to get ready for preseason. Okay, so what you've been emailed is an attachment that's a little summer reading book. The number one thing you need to do is print it, and you'll print it off into a little booklet and staple it in the corner and have it with you every day. The very first page has a code of conduct and a contract, which you won't need to worry about or sign until you get here in August. We'll go over. It's just an example of what you need to be getting ready for. Your job is to read just one page a day. Monday's reading on Monday, Tuesday's reading on Tuesday, and so forth, and then write one short sentence about your thoughts about what you read that day. On the very last page is a calendar where you can record your workout progress. The workout is what we're going to go over now in the rest of the video. And then lastly, you need to bring this completed booklet with all of your little one-sentence blurbs to preseason in August. Basically, you have a daily reading every day of the summer, and in the end you'll be here. We'll have 3 or 4 weeks left once you get to the season, to preseason, and we'll continue to work in this book, and it's basically what's getting you ready for preseason and ready to be a member of this team. So this is the A part of your workout. You can do this, we'll talk about the schedule a little bit later, but this is one half of your workout. It's a very simple workout. It's not easy, but it's simple. This is a sprint ladder. We'll tell you what the ladder means in a little bit, but the women will run 50 yards or 45.7 meters. The men will run 60 yards or 54.8 meters. We're on a 30-second running clock. Let's just say you start the summer at 20 sprints or 10 minutes. Those are on repeats. And your goal over the summer is to add 1 sprint or 30 seconds per week, times about 10 weeks of the summer, and to subtract 1 second from the running clock per week. So 30 seconds is where it starts, the next week at 29, 28, 27, and so forth. Some of the players are going to demonstrate right now what it looks like, and then we'll explain a little bit more as that's going on. So as you can see, this is part A, the sprint work on the A day. You can modify this in any way you want. We'll explain a little bit at the end. But as you can see, the women are going to run a little bit shorter than the men, about 5 yards shorter, or 10 yards overall. 50 yards, the men will run 60 yards. And so what the coach is going to do is time them on a 30-second running clock. So they both start at the same time. This will be separate during the season. Obviously, the women and the men are 2 separate teams, but they sprint their distance. Women 50, men 60, and they sprint as fast as they can on a 30-second clock and have the remainder of the time to rest at the other end. Okay? So they're just waiting the remainder of the time, recovering. It gets harder as they do more sprints, and there's 5 seconds left to rest, and they'll sprint back across. They're just jogging this time just to demonstrate. So normally they'd be running much faster than this. Each sprint can be completed in about 7 or 8 seconds. And when they get over to this end, they'll rest again. See, they made that one in 10. Usually it's about 7. And they rest the remainder of the time. What they're looking to do, if they start the summer at 20 sprints, that's 10 minutes on a 30-second clock, their fitness might not be as high, and they might start at 12 sprints, let's say, in 6 minutes. Their goal is to add 1 sprint per week and subtract 1 second from the running clock per week. And so if you start the summer at, let's say, 20 sprints and 10 minutes, by the end of the summer you'll be at 15 minutes and 45 sprints if you're on a 20-second clock, 10 weeks of the summer roughly. Okay? So they're on there for demonstration purposes. Last sprint now. And this is pretty much the cornerstone of what I want you to do over the summer. If you can run 45 sprints on a 20-second clock by the end of the summer, you'll be able to kill anything else that we do in preseason. All right, so on your sprint day, you can almost substitute anything you want other than these sprints to keep it interesting and fun and different. At the bottom of this, if you freeze this video in various parts, you can kind of copy this stuff down. It's also going to be in the book that we send you. But for example, figure eights, rather than just dribbling, you could sprint them. You could sprint L's and T's. You can do Coopers. You can do long, slow distance. You can do 100-yard sprints. You can do whatever you want. You've all played on many different teams, and you've seen various ways of doing conditioning. This is the plan. This is kind of the basis of what we're going to work on. But one of the ones that I would just want to detail to you real quick is the Cooper. We will test on that. The way the Cooper works during the season is, this is a running track. You'll run as far as you can in 12 minutes, and you'll be ranked according to where you finish against your teammates. You'll run X number of laps, and wherever you stop on your 7th lap or 8th lap or whatever it ends up to be, we will record where that place is, and you'll be ranked against your teammates. So if you have a track near your home, you could run this once a month or every other week or whatever you wanted to do. But another way to practice this would be starting at your house, take an easy run to wherever you can find a landmark, a church or a gas station or the post office or something. Nice and easy stretch or whatever. At whatever that point is, you would run as far as you can along a certain route, as far as you can go, and mark that route. It's a certain house or a mailbox or whatever it would be, in 6 minutes, and try to get back that same distance in 6 minutes. And kind of just remember where that is, or mark it down in your recording or whatever. The next time you run it, run the same route, try to get a little further, the next house or the next mailbox or the next whatever, and try to get back all the way in the other 6 minutes. The 12-minute part of this run needs to be really hard. So you'll run as long as you want, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes of easy, easy, easy. Then add to that 6 minutes, 6 minutes, and then you can keep recording your progress without ever running on a track to how far you get. And hopefully by the end of the summer, you pass this thing at 5 minutes or 4 minutes or whatever, and you keep going, and then you come back, we're on the same route, and you can measure your distance over time. Like I said, we will test this. It'll be an important part of your fall, so make sure that, I personally think that if you just do sprint work, you'll be just fine in the Cooper, but if you want to change it up every once in a while and add a Cooper in there, it'll help you as well. All right, this is your B-day workout, or you can also do it on the same day and have rest days in between. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of flexibility, but we're going to go over 4 exercises here: push-ups, split squat jumps, V-ups, and squat jumps. That's going to be the basis of our workout. You can also substitute anything. If you don't feel like doing these, but you want to bench press and squat and floor wipers and things like that, then that's fine with me too. If you love going to the gym and you have a gym you can go to, then substitute all that. But the basic model is going to be an exercise and then followed by jump roping. The other exercise followed by jump roping, the next one jump roping, the next one jump roping. That's the model for the first half of the summer, and then we'll change it halfway through, and I'll explain that in a few minutes. Okay, so if you look at the players here, they're going to do the push-ups, which is the first station. They're going to do strict form. They're trying to touch their chest to the cone and do as many as they can in strict form. They're not going as fast as they can. They're using full form. Reese is shaking like a leaf. Once you can't do any more, then you go straight to your knees like Chloe is doing right now. Her butt's still down. Her body is in a straight plank position. She's going to do as many more as she can. Kylie too, same thing. Once you can't do any more, even of those, you can kind of pause, shake them out, and if you still have time in your minute, then you just try to get a few more. And your goal each time that you do these, every other day or every 4 days or whatever it is to try to get more and more of the straight push-ups. If you watch Reese has gone to his knees, but his butt's in the air. So that is incorrect form. You want to have plank form corrected, Reese? There you go, there you go. So your job is to try to get more good push-ups, not just more push-ups. Their form was correct. They're going all the way down. In preseason, it won't count if you don't go all the way down. Right after push-ups, you'll go to jump rope, and you'll do jump rope between each exercise that you do. And this is a full minute, okay? Work toward getting that full minute of no mess-ups even. In the beginning, you might mess up every 2 or 3 repetitions, but it takes time to get to be a good jump roper. Your key is to try to keep your feet together, 1 jump per revolution, and to try to speed up your revolutions as the summer goes. You want to get a good 140 revolutions per minute, so that's way more than 1 per second. All right, so all these guys are doing a pretty good job. Jump off of 2 feet, keep your toes together. Don't totally lock your knees out, but don't bend them either. Don't jump too high. An inch or inch and a half off the ground is plenty. All of them are doing a great job. Make sure you get the right jump rope for you. When you step on the middle of your jump rope on the floor, those handles should reach right up to your armpit. All right, so you go for a minute, and as soon as that minute's going, we go to the second exercise. All right, so the second exercise they move to is split squat jumps. If you watch what they're doing, I'm looking for slower movements, but a real jump in the middle. Jump higher, you guys, higher, yes. So they're trying to get up off the ground and a nice smooth landing that goes right into your next jump. I don't want disjointed. I don't want your knee not to touch the ground. Your back knee needs to touch the ground, okay? So if you watch Christina, she's got to get a little bit lower. She's demonstrating incorrect for us right now. There you go, that's correct, there you go. So you're trying to get up. If you get tired like they're doing, just shake out your legs and keep going. Your goal is to count in your head how many can you get in a row today, and does it beat 2 days ago? Does it get steadily higher and higher number? Once you get tired, shake them out, and that's your record for the day, okay? So record that somewhere, which will show you how to do. They'll go for a full minute, and again, use your arms, use your balance. This is a great exercise for your total body. That's a full minute. All right, so we've come after that split squat jumps. They've actually done a set of jump roping, and then they've come straight to V-ups. On the V-ups, what we're doing is we are trying to stretch our feet and hands away from each other as far as possible in the down position. Don't touch your heels to the ground and come together. Shoulders and knees are meeting in the middle. Your hands are going by your knees. If you watch, the two girls are doing a great job here, and the boys are showing us. Joao's coming all the way up. Reese is coming just a little ways up. Reese, we've asked him to do it incorrectly on purpose. He's really tired. He's showing what a tired guy would do in this exercise. You're trying to get your V, your butt is the bottom of the V, and your knees and your shoulders are the top of the V in the up position. In the down position, you're stretching both feet and hands as far apart from each other as you can. Your goal is to go as long as you can during this minute, and slowly. Don't throw your arms, don't throw your upper body. In the resting position that Amy's in, she's in the up position, feet off the ground, and holding there in the up position for a rest. Once she's ready, she'll start again and do as many more as she can for the minute. Okay, so then we've done another set of jump roping after the V-ups, and now we are on squat jumps, and this is probably the hardest one. Our emphasis here is on form, and those of you who are returning, this is way different than what we've been doing before. We're going to try to get our butt really low and try to touch that ball and jump as high as we possibly can. Our landing is part of our next jump. Like squats, our emphasis here is on form and power, not on number, although at the same time your goal over the summer is to get a higher and higher number. Tall people like Reese are going to have a hard time with the ball. The ball is just a guide. The shorter you are, the easier it's going to be to get down, but your job over the summer, again, with balance and whatever, is to try to get however many in a row you can get, more and more and more throughout the summer. Their hands are going up, they are going to a deep squat, concentrating on form and not worrying in the beginning about how many they can get. All right, so you'll do that for a minute, and then you'll do one last set of jump ropes, and that'll be one time completely through the circle. All right, so just quickly, what we just did was this model right here. Push-ups, jump rope, split squat jumps, jump rope, V-ups, jump rope, squat, jumps, jump rope. You do that through one time, that's 8 minutes. Twice is 16 minutes, 3 times is your 24-minute workout. So that is plan A. You do exercise 1, 2, 3, 4 with jump ropes in between. 3 times is 24 minutes. Over the summer, we want you to switch that and do all 3 push-up stations. So push-up, jump rope, push-up, jump rope, push-up, jump rope. And then you'll move to split squat jumps, V-ups, and so forth, times 3, 24 minutes again. All right? So you'll do, times 4. So you do 3 of these with jump ropes, 3 of these with jump ropes, 3 of these in a row with jump ropes, 3 of these in a row with jump ropes, and you'll be at 24 minutes. It just makes it tougher on you because you don't get to wait that long before push-ups come around again. You're going to eventually get to where you do 3 push-up stations in a row. 3 squat, 3 V-up, 3 squat, okay? So those are the two models, one maybe the month of June, this one the month of July. Same thing with how we're going to put these together. The month of June, you can go right along the plan that we just talked about. Go 1 minute, do as many as you can. In July, you'll switch that to what's called a Tabata, and you can talk to your, if you're new, you can talk to your mentor that will set you up with about maybe some fine tuning here. You're going to split your exercise portion into 4 parts. You're going to do as many push-ups as you can in 20 seconds, rest for 10, do as many more as you can for 20, and rest for 10, and then do your jump ropes for 1 straight minute. Then you'll do push-ups again, a minute, push-ups again, a minute. Split squat jumps in the same format, 20-10, 20-10, jump rope. Split squat jumps, jump rope, split squat jumps, jump rope. Then you'll move to V-up, same thing, as many as you can do in 20. So now in the second half of the month, we're going for as fast as you can in good form. The first half of the summer was for strength and form. The second half is for speed, but now you have the strength and form down. You'll do that for 24 minutes. You can modify all of this. You can do so many different things with this. Rather than push-ups, you can do bench press. Rather than split squat jumps, you can do lunges. Rather than V-ups, you can do floor wipers. Rather than squat jumps, you can do squats. Whatever you want to do, gym, no gym, that sort of thing. But the model is just getting you ready for the preseason. Okay, so we're going to move on to ball work, and then we'll talk about the overall schedule at the end. Okay, so then to add on to that, you can do ball work, and you can put those in there wherever you want. The easy way to do ball work is to just before you start your sprint work or whatever, just warm up and cool down doing easy dribbling and whatever. That's the easy man's way out, or easy woman's way out. What we're going to show you right now is some figure eights, a star, maybe some pressure training. We'll show you 1v1s and 2v2s. And then obviously if you can find a team to play for or train with or whatever over the summer, that's great too. Okay, so the first thing we'll move on to is figure eights. Okay, so if you see what they're doing, this is figure eight dribbling. You're going to dribble as fast as you can. They're just going easy right now, but they're going as fast as they can for 1 minute in a figure eight pattern. They're going as many as they can. They're trying to get 8 full rotations out and back in the shape of an 8 times. They're only going to go 30 seconds in this demonstration, but you go a full minute. As soon as that minute is up, you pass the ball to your partner, and the other partner takes over, so they're timing right now. So no matter where you are, so right now they're in the middle of their deal, they pass it back, and the next partner goes right away, and they go for a minute, as hard as they can. Now, during the season, we'll change up the way you do it. Right now, they're using all surfaces of their feet, but we'll also say right foot only, left foot only, inside only, outside only. And if you're using right foot only, you'll turn inside of your foot on one side and outside of your foot on the other. And we'll have this, the basic model for conditioning in preseason and during the season is 9 sets. So it's an 18-minute thing. As soon as it's over, you pass it to your partner and they go right away. And you're trying to go as hard as you can for a minute, and your goal is to get 8 of these. What Chloe and Kylie are showing is a star. All that is same type of figure eight idea. She's going to just take it easy right now, showing you the pattern. It's a 5-yard square, 4.5 meters or whatever it is, with a cone in the middle. And what she's doing is finding the middle cone and then any outside cone, using in this case any surface of her foot, but we might make it right foot only or left foot only or whatever it is. In that case, she'd have to use that foot and turn inside or outside. As soon as her full minute is up, she passes the ball to the next partner, so same as figure eights, and Kylie will go to any cone of her choosing. They're all equal distance away, and she'll go as hard as she can for that minute. It's just a conditioning thing, but also ball work. You can do this as a warm-up or cool-down at an easy pace. It just allows you to change direction and get you kind of warmed up for the sprint work or the power, and then cool down, okay? So you'll do that, again, during the season. It would be 9 sets. Right now, they're just showing you the pattern. Okay, so this is just an example of pressure training. Again, they're just going to show you in slow motion. You can get your mom or dad or brother or sister or a teammate out in the backyard if you have no other way of doing it. You can progress through some things going a minute at a time, 1 serving, 1 receiving. You can be as close as they are there. You can push the server back and have a harder ball thrown in if you want. And you can vary up what you're doing. All chest, all head, all thigh, whatever, and then you switch partners, or take a rest if it's your dad or mom, and then take a rest for a minute and then go as hard as you can for a minute. It's just another way of doing some ball work and keeping your foot on the ball and doing some things that will keep you sharp with the ball if you've got no other way of getting around a team. All right, this is an example of 1v1s and 2v2s. We've got a field laid out here that might be, let's say, 15 yards, maybe 20 for 2v2s by, let's say, 20 or even 25 for 2v2s. So somewhere in that range, 15 or so by 20 or so. The defender will start by serving out to the attacker. The attacker will dribble in. The defender will come out and try to stop him from getting across the end line. The attacker is trying to go through a small goal on one side to get 3 points, or across the bigger part of the end line for 1 point. The defender is trying to just kick the ball out for 1 point, or to steal it and play the ball in one pass across the end line for 3 points. All right, so here's a live version of that. They're going to go about half speed here. So Reese played it out. He's going to steer him one way. Julius is trying to get to the goal, but he was only able to come wide, and he gets 1 point. They could change their roles, or in this case, they're just going to stay the same. So what Julius is trying to do is, in one take, try to beat the defender, and we're just going to show you. Let's start over. We got to start that whole clip over. All right, we're going to try that again. Go ahead, Reese. So the second one is where he is going to try to get to the goal here. So it's step over, he gets in, and that's 3 points there. So the first one was worth 1 point. That one was worth 3 points. Reese can score as a defender by trying to dispossess him of the ball. So Julius is going to try the same thing. Every time the goal is the same. The attacker wants to get into the 3-point goal, and the defender wants to steal the ball. So this is the last option here, is he's going to play it from one corner, force him to the other corner. You can change the direction or the side of the goal to go to the other side, and so he's going to steal it, and if he plays it across, actually rather than dribbling like that, he's going to pass it across, maybe put a target on the other end. That's worth 3 points. Okay, so now we'll show you the same thing in 2v2. All right, so now this is the 2v2 version. We're looking for more combination play, or using your partner as a decoy to dribble. We still have the servers on defense here. There isn't necessarily a goal. The job is to get across the end line in possession. So what they're going to do again is serve it out, go defend together, work together to defend and to combine. Whether they're going to dribble, they're going to try to play quickly and get across the end line. So in that case, they get across, they switch roles now, and what the other two will do is go attack. The first two will become defenders, and they're trying to, again, play. You get across the line, it's just 1 point now. So you can play 1 point. Yeah, that's good. And she got it right within a yard or so of the cross line, so it's a point there as well. You can dribble across or combine your way across. Same thing on the other end. If they steal it, so in this case, let's just say they don't combine very well, they steal the ball here, maybe. Yep, right there. So it's just done, and they switch. They're not going the other direction. It's all in one direction. Go ahead, play them a ball. And they'll just switch each time. And you can play this for kind of warm up and take it easy, or you can make a real game out of it and count points. You can play every time you get across the end line, it's just 1 point, or it can be 3 points if you position a goal. Like we still have the cones down there for a goal, but you could move it, put it in the middle. You can put it on the left side, the right side. You can play in whatever way you want, but what we're looking for here primarily is two things. Attacking as a pair or a group, in this case combination passes or whatever. They're just going half speed to show you kind of what's going on. And the other part is to work defensively together. First defender, second defender, communicating, switching roles, that sort of thing. If you notice, we've got one player being first defender, the other second, they switch that role. Perfect. So do this as many times as you can. If you can add this to what you're doing with your power and your sprint work, you'll be ready for preseason. All right, almost done with the video now. Here's some possibilities for your workout schedule. Let's just say these are 2 weeks of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and again, One model might be you do your sprints on one day, your power on the next day, then you're off on Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, again sprint and power. Saturday, Sunday off. Go for an easy run, go for a long walk, play a league game, whatever you're going to do, and repeat. In the beginning of the summer, it might be a good way to ease into what you're doing. So you're basically sprinting 2 times a week and power 2 times a week with 3 days off or something different. You could move over time to sprinting one day and power the next day. Just 1 day off, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So you're ditching one of your off days per week. And then eventually by the end of the summer, you could be sprint, power, sprint, power, sprint, power, and then take Sunday off. Same thing the next week. This could also be a way of you doing sprint and power on the same day and having a day off. Sprint and power on the next day, day off. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, sprint, power. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, long, easy runs, whatever. You can change it up however you want. All I'm telling you with this model is start, maybe ease your way into it, and by the end of the summer, end on something more difficult. The big thing also is to record this in the calendar at the end of your book. I'm going to do one last thing in terms of explaining the book, and hopefully this video will be done by then. Okay, so this video is just supposed to help you get ready for preseason. As I mentioned in the beginning, you have been emailed, especially you new players, have been emailed something that you need to print off. It will end up being a booklet like this. If you open it up, you're going to staple it in the corner and have this with you, have it by your bed, read it every night. At the very first page, it's just going to give you an example of a code of conduct, an honor code, a contract. Don't sign it yet. Wait till you get here. We'll go over this in the preseason. It just goes over the 7 major things that we need you to be helping yourself be a better member of this team with. It could be anything from how you approach this as a professional to who you hang around with to how hard you have to work. Those sorts of things, being a better teammate, being a better player, being a better citizen on this team. Each day then is broken down into 1-page reading. On Monday you'll read this page and just give me a 1-sentence impression of what your thoughts are, how it applies to you being a soccer player, how it applies to you being on this team, how it applies to you growing your role, that sort of thing. Over here on the right-hand column is just a little calendar that helps you day by day. So on Monday, May 30th is when these readings start. You can start reading this earlier, read it 1 or 2 times through, and when May 30th comes, start writing down your thoughts. So Monday, May 30th is written here. You'll turn the page, and Tuesday, May 31st is right here. Wednesday, June 1st is here, and so forth and so on. You'll just follow it through. You'll go all the way through this thing, reading Mondays on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you'll just rotate again starting on the next Monday and so on throughout the summer. You'll notice the dates go all the way to September 11th, and so we'll actually be working on this the first 4 or 5 weeks that you're here as well. Okay. The last page is kind of a little bit of a detail with the summer workout. It goes over what we just went over on the video. If you have any questions or comments or anything, you can always email us or call us. The very bottom of the page is just a calendar for you to track your workouts. You can write some details. There's not much space there. The biggest thing I'm looking for you to do is just put an X through it. So you can build a chain of X's. I'm looking for you to do 30 minutes a day is better than trying to be doing 2-hour workouts before you get here. As I said before, you can make this workout as complicated or as easy as you want or simple as you want. My main goal is for you to be strong and fit when you get here so that we can see the kind of soccer player you are. If you wait until July 15th to start your workout, it's going to be too late and you will not succeed here. There's resources besides me and BJ too. You can email us at any time, but also I will set each one of you new players up with a contact person from the older group. And if you have any questions, you can text them or email them or Snapchat with them or whatever you're going to do to kind of get the answers to your questions. We will send you several emails throughout the summer, updates of information, information on filling out paperwork for the NAIA, for the athletic training site here at Morningside, basically things to get you ready for the preseason. In this little piece here, it tells you that we are reporting for preseason on Sunday, August 7th, It may change by one day to Saturday, August 6th. You international students should plan on trying to get here the 4th, 5th, or 6th of August. We will pick you up in Omaha, Nebraska, or in Sioux City. Omaha's cheaper and easier to travel to than Sioux City. Omaha is only about 75 minutes from here, so we'll come get you on whichever one of those 3 days you travel in on. If you have questions about any of that, travel, equipment package, paperwork, workouts, anything, just don't hesitate to contact us and we will put it together for you. We had a very exciting season last year with both teams. We're looking for an even more exciting season from both. Our recruiting is going very well this year. We anticipate a very competitive and busy preseason, so make sure that you do the work over this 10 weeks, give or take, that you have before you come here to get ready. We look forward to the very best from you. We look forward to you being here. Have a great summer and let us know what you need. Bye-bye.